What's going on, everybody? Dr. Chris Featherstone here. Look, I was just, this is going to be quick, man. I was just doing some relationship coaching with someone, with a client, and the Holy Spirit gave me a really cool analogy about the correlation of self-worth with pursuing your mate or being pursued by your mate or investing in your mate and eventually giving your all to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So imagine being at a casino, right? And you're playing roulette. You're in the roulette wheel, right? Or you're playing blackjack, right? Playing 21. Let's just say you're playing 21, and you earn chips, right? And you wage the chips, and you get whatever you get. Yes, no, maybe. You wage, and eventually, you get to the state where you feel confident about what you have, that you go all in, and all the chips that you have, all the things that you wager, everything that you've accumulated through that time, you push it all to the front of you and say, this here, I am so confident in whatever this thing is, that I'm willing to wager everything that I've accumulated, everything that I've earned from this moment, from the past to this moment, everything that I've worked hard for, I am willing to bet the everything because I'm confident in what this thing is and the result that's going to come here. So what happens is, if you aren't savvy enough, if you don't calculate things enough, if you're not aware of what particular cards were played and dealt, and what time, and the shuffling and all that stuff, you can make a very, very risky wager and you go all in, but unfortunately, the house wins or the other player wins or whatever. You have to push everything that you've accumulated, all the hard work that you've paid, that you've done to work on yourself. You have to push that all aside, and then you crumble. You have to reset and work all that up again. You have to work that all up to that again. So what happens is, in the realm of relationships, the relationships that you build with people, the accountability with other people, even bad relationships, prayer, understanding what relationships means, and it's according to the Bible, according to some really good faith-based, Christian-based guides, books, journals, blogs, videos, whatever it is, the emphasis of investing in yourself, accumulating all these chips. And what happens is, the more you increase your self-worth and confidence, the more the chips stack up. So the more the chips stack up, the more costly it is to go all in. A lot of people, unfortunately, they just get a little bit of chips stacked up and they're like, okay, I'll go all in here. They lose, they reset, they get into an emotional roller coaster, and then all of a sudden they kind of reset and get their stuff together again as far as investing in themselves. And then they stack up a little bit more chips, and then they go all in again with another relationship. And now they're miserable again. They went all in, bad investment, they push all that in. And then another time they accrue the chips a little bit again, maybe a little bit higher this time. What happens? Okay, this one's gonna work. I'm gonna go all in. Failed. And now they went all in 3 times where they could have accrued all those chips, but then they have to reset and accrue all the chips again because their self-worth and their self-confidence were just destroyed. Now they got to reset again. The way to do it is this. use your relationships, use your investment in yourself to increase your self-worth and self-confidence and prepare for the moments. Be more calculated. So the more the chips are stacked up, the more it stacks up, you're like, you know what? I'm going to be a lot more calculated and going all in than just having these little increments of all in, which adds up. The more the chips are up, the more I see the value and the risk and the preparation of going all in, because this thing is worth so much. I'm worth so much. I've invested in myself so much by just getting in your word, understanding the importance of effective relationships, accountability. Now I've prepared myself even more to get into a relationship with someone who I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with. And even when you get into a really stable friendship, that's also accruing chips with that person, because that person is affirming you and showing you how important you are and even helping you with your self-confidence and your self-worth. So again, all of that is just stacking the chips up. That what's in front of you is so many chips that you're like, no way I'm going all in on that, because that's a bad hand. That's an okay hand, but it's definitely not worth going all in for. When you push those chips in front of you, you are going all in to someone that you know and that you have confidence in, that you make a calculated risk in, that this person is worth going all in for. This person is worth spending the rest of my life with. So single gentlemen, single ladies, when you push those chips, make sure, one, that you're continuing to accrue those chips and stack those chips in yourself to have a greater sense of confidence to push all in, and that you can be more calculated and more equipped to push it in front of you and go all in. And number two, when you go all in at that point, understand what you are risking at this point and make sure that one, it's godly, two, that it's edifying to you and that it can help you and it's really worth someone, and that someone is really worth saying, you know what, I'm going to push all these chips in and I'm confident that I can go all in with that person. God bless. Pray that it helps. Catch you on the other side. Peace.